Oasis Audio presents Phantom Stallion, Wild Horse Island, The Horse Charmer by Terri Farley. Read for you by Asia Ring. This book is dedicated to Kylie Ka'eo and Marvina Cash Ka'eo, who welcomed me to Hawaii with warmth, flowers, and incredible willingness to teach me all things Hawaiian. And to the Nakoa family, Harry, Kio, Ku'uipo, Dustin, Ikena, and Pa'akaula of the Big Island's Dahana Ranch. They took me to magical places, joined in my author's what-ifing, and fulfilled childhood dreams of living in a world of horses. Mahalo nui loa. Chapter 1. In the dream, horses trot alongside her through a jungle. Burnished bay, black, rowan, and glimmering gray, they canter under vines that trail over them, leaving their tails strewn with scarlet flowers. Their nostrils flare to smell the honey-sweet air. Their hooves thump a wild rhythm, while rain patters on overhead leaves that wave like green elephant ears. Darby follows a red dirt path, though she doesn't know where it leads. Even when the trail slopes down, ever steeper, and the reins hiss crowds into her ears, she isn't afraid. The horses press close all around her. She is one of them, until the rain stops. The horses halt. With undersea slowness, Darby turns to ask them why. Heads tossing, manes slapping their necks, the horses' uneasy milling tells her they can't go on. She pivots in a shaft of sunlight. Brightness slanting through the treetops, spotlights a clearing. It wasn't there a minute ago. Neither was the dollhouse small shack. Rain drips from its metal roof. Rust streaks its walls. A white curtain billows out a window, and strange music coaxes Darby to walk closer. The horses watch as Darby's bare feet take her right up to the wooden door. Slowly, inch by inch, it is creaking open. Honey, you really didn't have time for a nap. Darby Carter's eyes snapped open. Car keys jingled. Her mom stood next to the couch, smiling down at her. Your last day at school tired you out. I guess, Darby managed, but then her confusion lifted. Her last day of school, at least for a few weeks, had come early. It was still only March. She shook her head, stared at the suitcases and backpack waiting next to the front door, and realized she wasn't in a jungle. She was in her apartment, but struggling out of the dream was like pushing aside those tropical vines she'd imagined. At last she sat up and her eyes wandered to the television. The 5 o'clock news was coming on. Panic zinged her nerves. We're supposed to leave at 5. Yep. Let's go, her mom said. Suitcases stowed, doors slammed, and seatbelts cinched, they sped down the block, dared a yellow light to take their freeway entrance, and headed toward the Los Angeles International Airport. You can still change your mind, her mom said, hands gripping the car's steering wheel. Ellen Carter glanced sideways at her daughter. I can turn around, she added, and when Darby didn't respond, her voice turned serious. Right this minute. It's okay, Mom. I want to go, Darby said. After all, why should she feel homesick? It wasn't like she'd missed the smog, noise, and sirens. Or school. She and her mom didn't live in the best neighborhood. Darby's middle school was known for rough hallway encounters and a vice principal who thought a rigid dress code could cure just about any problems the students had. Darby had a different strategy. She'd learned that scuttling down the halls with her eyes lowered made her look like a loser and attracted the wrong kind of attention. So she always walked as tall as a 5-foot 8th grader could, and pretended to search the tide of faces for her best friend Heather, even when she knew Heather had class on the other side of campus. That worked pretty well unless an asthma attack forced Darby into a bathroom to use her inhaler. There, she faced waves of cigarette smoke, which only made it harder to breathe, or the accusing stares of girls writing lipstick graffiti on the mirrors. She got the same looks from
Sample complete. Ready to continue?